Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and tonight we're going to be looking at Dungeon Bowl Deathmatch, as well as the new Almanac for Blood Bowl. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, both of these items are available for pre-order as of the date that this video has been released and have been provided by Games Workshop for the purpose of this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so just breaking the seals real quick. Alright, just putting that away. Now, for those that haven't been getting the actual issues of Spike, I suspect that this will actually cover everything that's in there for the most recent issues. So we have our greetings page, and then we actually see like the Norse teams, some information about them, eligible star players, the team spotlights, the Hall of Fame stats for that team. So like if you wanted to actually build that team specifically, you have them all there, as well as information on the star players. Like Ivar Eriksson, for example. Then we go into like career highlights. We have Skrog Snowpelt, a Yeti. We have Tundra Weather Table. Some different Norse balls. Looks like the stats for the different Norse models as well, not just their special characters, as well as their setups. So far it looks to be everything that was contained within their related issue of Spike, including some new season colors. And it actually just noticed, yeah, it actually shows issue 14 of Spike, issue 15. So this appears to be just a collection of those different issues. And I'm going to just flip through this, see if anything stands out as something that we didn't see in those issues before, since we did cover them with each team's release. Now, after the Amazon team is covered, we go into a star player spotlight. Now, these star players I don't remember seeing, and I'm willing to bet that we currently don't actually have models for them either from Forge World. And even the pictures of the models, most of them are not in there. So like we have Pudgy Bacon Breath, which is looks like a halfling. Cindy Pie Whistle, which is also a halfling. Now I don't know if these ones were star players that came out when the halfling team came out. Wasn't really collecting or paying attention to the Spike magazine at the time when they did, so I can't say with certain. We have Dribble and Droll, two Lizardman star players, Bile Rot Vomit Flesh, Ripper Bulgrot, Nabla Blackwart, Scrap of Sorehead. Now Nabla Blackwart I think looks pretty cool for a goblin. Withergasp Double Drool, definitely like this one, and I really don't recall ever seeing him before. But looking at the new season color section at the back, it only shows the 2 Goblin star players and none of the other models for those star players. So leads me to believe that most of those others are new. But if you hadn't picked up the Spike magazine for those 3 teams, definitely worth picking up this book. Now, the Deathmatch Gaming Supplement. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 3 of the regular sprues and then 2 of the individual sprues. They are color-coded for their respected teams. Now looking at this one, like I know this one is mostly the kind of undead, like horror themed team. Love the details, like this marker, this hand, kind of like zombified hand coming out of the ground. Looks really awesome. I love the look of the coin for that team too. We got like a giant mummy as well. Some really cool details there. This one looks like we got some ghosts or banshees. Does also have the werewolf as well in here. And another cool coin for them. Almost reminds me of a jack-o'-lantern. So some really good detail on the werewolf especially, as well as the Frankenstein looking model. And then the other token or kind of counterpiece is a gravestone. So definitely some cool stuff there. And then for the other team, we have, it looks like more Wood Elf based, and I think this is actually the Wood Elf team sprue by itself. And then here we have, actually I think this might be the, oh, these are the halflings. So this is the other half of the team on halfling sprues. A lot of good details on them. I really like the look of the Wood Elf team. We have all of our bases here. Now, what I don't like about these is the fact that they're slotted and the models themselves are not. So not a big fan of that. And then we have our little insert, and on the back it has the Death Zone book, the Blood Bowl Sevens pitch, the second season edition box set, as well as some of the other teams that are available, as well as showing the Deathmatch cover. And then we have the rule book as well as our board pieces. All right, so we're going to set the magazine aside, which, I mean, it looks like a Spike issue, but really it's the rule book for this edition of the game. We have our assembly guide, which doesn't have a lot to it, but there's also not a lot of models. I do wish that they had the multi-tone style that they do with the other Games Workshop stuff. Oops, some of the tokens fell out. Definitely a lot of great details. I mean, I could easily see these tokens kind of being moved over to work for, like, you know, Warhammer Quest games like Curse City or something like that, if you need like an additional square or something, or if you're doing like some custom games. Like especially when you're looking at this side, a lot of really crazy, you know, dark, macabre details. You know, blood on the ground. You've got you know, a bloody table where someone with a bloody knife next to it, or bone saw where somebody was doing some sort of surgery, like on the Frankenstein monster. A lot of really cool details in here. I mean, with the timing of this release, I feel like that this should have, because of the fact that it's the undead and, you know, the horror themed team, I feel like this should have been released several weeks ago, so that way it could have like coincided with Halloween. But some really cool stuff there. You know, really digging those terrain pieces. Now with Dungeon Bowl, the purpose of the game is it's kind of a variation of Blood Bowl, where you're actually going through a dungeon and you're trying to find the ball, and whoever finds the ball and leaves with it wins the game. So it's not so much about getting touchdowns, it's finding the prize and getting out alive. Now it does have some painted examples of the team. And there we see the mummy, the Frankenstein monster. I didn't notice the scarecrow was in here as well, so that's cool. The ghost looks really cool. And so it goes over these two teams with their details, as well as the map, specifically College of Life tiles, and explains their details about them as well. Same with the College of Death tiles. Then goes into the year in review for both teams, kind of almost like a highlights section. And then we go to a Q&A section with Lord Borak. And then the college report, interviews with other star characters as well. Sponsorship deals that you can get and their benefits. And then the details for the different models that you have as well. So that's pretty cool. I like the options there. And then with the other teams, it does show the other teams that these models could go with as well. Like the Wood Elf lineman, he works for both the Verdant Blossoms and the Oak Bloom Orchards. So actually these guys are on the same team, it looks like. And then we have some other ones as well that it goes through. So parts of teams that you can use these models on. So definitely some cool details. I like that they included the actual color photos of them painted, so that way you have something to go off of easier than the back of the box. But the game itself is really cool. It's a lot of fun. We definitely enjoyed it. So looking forward to doing it again with these two new colleges. And I hope that we start seeing more college releases like this to give you more tiles and more stuff. I could definitely see, kind of a hybrid where you're combining the different Dungeon Bowl boxes, where you're having like 4 teams competing for it, and just absolute mayhem from that. So definitely a lot of cool stuff. But real quick, let's take a look at those models. So here's the College of Life models. So those were the Wood Elves. These are the Halflings. And then the College of Death. So definitely some really cool stuff there, for sure. Out of the 2 styles, I definitely like the College of Death best. All right, so that covers it for today. I want to thank you all for watching, as always. Thank you to Games Workshop for providing these to us for our videos. We definitely appreciate it. And we will see you guys all next time. Thank you. Good night.